Zapi Boys, is it? Zapi? Okay. And of course, we have a representative from Cebu Development Media. And we have Sir Eli Espina, DYKC and DYRF. Also, of course, naasad tayo atong special, and i-invite na to special, no? Kani sila, nag-viral ni sila sa panahon sa niaging eleksyon, pila ka tuig, kung sa itong tuigan, 2016. So, atong i-welcome, ibalik, nawa ni sila magrupo yan, ibalik na sad. Mo ni sila yung nakatabang o padaong ni Duterte. Atong i-welcome ang ato ni Vines. Ako sa naman ko ulit. Si Leonard, si Matt, o si RJ. Thank you for coming. Now, atong i-acknowledge ko ng atong mga Sagip leaders, and for me, for us to acknowledge them, of course, I will need the help of Pastor Romy de la Merced. Welcome back to stage.
Again, good afternoon. I wish to acknowledge some of our Sagip number 61 partners, volunteers, and campaign leaders from different parts of Cebu. With us, the Ministerial Chairman of Compostela Pastors Association, Pastor Glenn. We would like to welcome you, Pastor Glenn. And also from Danao, from DCAP, the Association of Pastors in Danao City, andito si Pastor Bell, with other 10 leaders from the group. And from the north, from Tuburan, we have Pastor Pulutan from Tuburan. Okay. And from the Ministerial Association here in Cebu City, their representative, Pastor Amabaga, thank you for coming. Also, and part of the Ministerial Association in Talisay City, we have Pastor Bert Monteliano. Thank you, Pastor, for coming. And the rest are leaders from different parts of Cebu. We have representative from Carmen also. And the chairman of the League of the Indigenous and Evangelical Churches here in Cebu, Pastor Edwin Kiamco, is with us. And the rest of the volunteers and campaigners, thank you very much for coming. God bless you.
Daghang salamat, Pastor. Okay, so at this time, we would like to introduce to you one person also who plays a really important role in Sagip party list. This man was a consistent honor student. Amazing, no? He's a consistent honor student in here. He graduated as valedictorian of his class in the College of Medicine. The cancer of his mother triggered his interest in the field of integrative medicine, where he trained in several prestigious training institutions, both in the US and in Germany. He trained in the Institute of Electroacupuncture, Natsch-Vol in Munich, learned in homotoxicology in Baden, Germany, a member of the International Society of Homotoxicology in homeopathy. He also had his training in the International Biological Research Institute in Reno, Nevada, and a member of the American College in the Advancement of Medicine, a diplomat of the International Board of Clinical Metal Toxicology, where he passed his examination cum laude, a founding member of the Philippine College in Integrative Medicine and Homotoxicology, and he is a member of the Philippine Accreditation Board for the practice of Homeopathy and Homotoxicology, Department of Health, Philippine Institute of Traditional and Alternative Healthcare, highly esteemed and respected by his colleagues, and is considered the country's dean of the College of Integrative Medicine. He's a doctor. He is also a pastor and a farmer by heart. Please welcome Dr. Floro M. Camenforte Jr.
Thank you so much for that very kind introduction. Bakit nandito si Dr. Kagin Forte sa Sagip? During the pandemic, Life Core, which is owned by the first nominee of Sagip, wanted to help as many Filipinos as possible. So they wanted a doctor that would sign a prescription dahil hindi pwedeng magbibigay si Pastor Rome ng ivermectin na walang prescription ng isang doktor. So, tinanong ko kung libre bang ipamimigay sa mga Pilipinong ayaw tamaan ng COVID or tinamaan na ng COVID where early treatment is the name of the game. So sabi ni Ma'am Carol that she will be giving it for free sa mga naniniwala at saka nakakailangan. So sabi ko, I am willing to sign the prescription. So nag-umpisa kami ni Pastor Romy to distribute ivermectin all over the country. Mindanao, some northern part of Cebu, sa halos na mga Pilipino na nangangailangan during that time. Dahil ang ginagawa ng gobyerno, pag mag-positive ka, i-isolate ka lang, di ba? Walang ibibigay maski anong gamot. So together with ivermectin, we've also been giving vitamin C with zinc and D3 together with virgin coconut oil para matulungan natin na hindi ma-ospital yung mga kababayan natin na nangangailangan ng tulong sa pandemya na ito. So, we have been partners for 2 years giving out ivermectin to a lot of people. Never did I know, hindi ko nga alam bakit napasok siya sa Sagip. So, nung nalaman ko na siya ang naging first nominee ng Sagip, sabi ko kay Pastor Romy, I would like to help in the campaign. Dahil ay nakita ko sa kanya na she is a believer in preventive medicine. Para sa akin, prevention is important than treatment. So, the fact that she believes in ivermectin, that many Filipinos don't believe, many doctors don't believe in it, I am a believer in alternative treatment. And during that time, we have found out that it was really effective for prophylaxis, and at the same time, it was very effective for treatment, early treatment of COVID. Nawala kaming maski isang pasyente na namatay. Sa almost 2 years na hinahabol namin yung ibang mga pastor na sa hospital, we go to the isolation facilities, binibigyan namin yung mga symptomatic doon. Yan ang sabi lang sa kanila ng gobyerno, diyan ka, pag mahirapan ka huminga, tumawag ka para kunin ka ng ambulansya, ipasok ka sa hospital. Walang binibigay. Almost maski yung pagkain nila, yung relative pa yung nagdala ng pagkain, ina-isolate lang sila. So pinupuntahan namin, halos nalalaman namin ng mga isolation facilities para mabigyan namin ng ivermectin at saka vitamin C, and we have helped a lot of Filipinos during the time of the pandemic. Noong nag-decide si Ma'am Carol to be a part of the Sagip, sabi ko, because she is a good friend of mine and also one of my patients, a believer in what I'm doing. She's a believer in alternative treatment. Sabi ko, kung manalo ang Sagip, we could institutionalize some reforms that would help a lot of our Filipino brothers who are sick, more on prevention rather than treatment. Yung palaging sinasabi sa DOH na number 1 cause of death is heart attack and stroke. We could make it number 10. Pwedeng tanggalin yung hypertension at sa heart attack and stroke. Napakasimple lang. Dapat i-institutionalize lang ang mga batas na ito. A simple vitamin C to be given out for free doon sa may hirap na komunidad, or a subsidized vitamin C for every Filipino, we could remove heart attack and stroke very easily. I have been in the practice for 35 years. Marami akong pasyente, walang 1,000,000 para magpa-bypass. You must have heard about bypass surgery. Angiogram, direct angioplasty, you need 350,000 to 500,000. If you are a candidate for a bypass surgery, you need at least 700,000 to 1.2 million. We could very easily bypass by high dose of vitamin C. Yun ang hindi alam, or alam ito ng big pharmaceutical companies, pero itinatago sa maraming mga tao para tuloy-tuloy ang negosyo nila to maintain our hypertension and medications to lower cholesterol and other medications for the heart. Napakasimple lang pala yung dapat gawin. Institutionalizing all these preventive health remedies could be achieved kung mayroon tayong representasyon na naniniwala sa mga bagay na ito. Sigurado ako, pag makaupo ang Sagip, I will try to advise Ma'am Carol to revisit the Tama Law, yung Traditional Alternative Medicine Act na pinasa noon sa panahon ni Flavier. Marami na ang dapat i-improve, marami na ang dapat gawin, and it needs a congresswoman who has the heart for alternative treatment for this amendment to be passed. I will try to tell her some of this to increase the capability of PITAC when it comes to research and development. Natenga na tayo sa 10 halamang gamot that has been 20 years ago. Maraming mga halamang gamot sa Pilipinas na pwede natin magamit. Lagundi nga lang sa ubo, mayroon tayong maraming oregano for ubo. Marami tayong curcumin or turmeric, luyang dilaw, para sa cancer, para sa mga arthritis, rheuma. Natenga na doon. After 20 years, napabayaan na yung Tama Law at saka yung PITAC. Being a part of PITAC as one of the accreditation board for the practice of homeopathy and homotoxicology, I have seen the direction of PITAC na lumayo sa mandate ng pagkagawa ng institusyon na yan. So when Sagip will be a part of Congress, we will try to see to it na maibalik yung trabaho ng PITAC more on research and development para madugangan ang 10 halaman gamot. So marami tayong mga advokasya na pwedeng ma-institutionalize sakali matulungan natin ang Sagip na manalo or makaroon ng upuan sa Kongreso. So we have been going around the country for about 20 years. Mayroon ng ilang simbahan dito na nakaimbita sa akin, universities, big corporations dyan sa Mandaue, sa yung parang export processing zone. I have been in different companies there. I talk about health. We have this advocacy to make people healthy, empowering them to take control of their own health so that they will not be too much dependent on their doctors. But there is a need to institutionalize all this through a bill, through a law that Sagip would, give priority kung makaupo na yung representante natin doon. So, mamaya kung mayroon tayong mga tanong, maski yung paano pababain natin yung presyo ng gamot sa Pilipinas, napakadali lang sana yan. Dapat ang Department of Health na yung wala ng mga patent na gamot, losartan, whatever is used by many Filipinos, dapat i-compound na yun ng gobyerno natin para hindi na tayo bibili so that we sell that at a very subsidized state. And it needs institutionalization, it needs a bill to really make these things possible. So maraming dapat natin gawin. Maski yung pagtanggal ng mga chichirya malapit sa mga eskwelahan. Mga simple na bagay, di ba tinanggal yung alcohol, tinanggal yung mga sugalan, tinanggal yung mga internet, di ba? Doon sa malapit, how many meters away from elementary school. Pero lahat ng mga chichirya nandoon pa rin na nakakasira ng maraming mga bata. There are a lot of things that we can do. Maski sa gobyerno natin, kung mayroong udet, mayroong mga calamities, ano binibigay ng gobyerno? Di ba? Instant noodles, lahat ng mga bagay na unhealthy to a lot of us. So, bakit hindi natin ibigay yung mga gulay ng mga farmers nearby? Matutulungan pa natin. Yung naalala ko nung elementary pa ako, yung Nutriban, naka ano ako doon, inabot ka po doon. A focus on the malnutrition problem of our country is one big thing that has to be revisited. Maraming mga bagay ang magagawa natin. With this advocacy, together with Sagip, sagipin natin ang kinabukasan ng mga Pilipino. Para natin sasagipin ang kinabukasan ng maraming Pilipino, sagipin muna natin ang kalusugan nila. Because a healthy populace would always translate to a healthy economy, to a healthy nation. So, kailangan magtulungan tayo sa panahon na ito. Being a doctor, yun ang magiging part ko to advise Ma'am Carol ano bang dapat natin institutionalize na makakatulong ng maraming Pilipino. Tanggalin natin yung mga chichirya, soft drinks, o mga malalapit na tindahan sa elementary school. Tanggalan na natin yung mga instant noodles sa mga anong tawag doon, yung mga relief. Dahil nakakasira lalo sa atin yun. Palitan natin ng something that is healthy. Balik natin yung mga Nutriban by using our cassava or using our squash to break all this bread and all to be given to these elementary students that are mababa yung timbang nila so that they could compete. So marami mga advokasya ang gagawin ng Sagip. I will be on the health aspect of the advocacy, and we will try our best to institutionalize the things that would make our sambayanan healthy. Tsaka, kung meron kayong mga konting problema about health, aside from Sagip, you could always call me. You could always ask me for help. I'll be giving you my number if you have some pen and paper. 0939 911 6268. You could always text me regarding health if you have some questions, you want to have some second opinion. I have been in the practice of integrative medicine for 35 long years. And I get a lot of experiences combining the best of conventional medicine and the best of alternative, or what they call as complementary medicine. Our practice is called integrative medicine. You have a friend in me. You can always call me or text me for some second opinion. And you have a friend in Sagip. Malapit po silang lapitan. Napakabait po ni Ma'am Carol. Pwede natin idulog sa kanila ano ba yung mga advokasya na pwede natin isama to be institutionalized dito sa nation natin. Sagipin natin ang kinabukasan ng Pilipinas. Ang masasagip natin ito, sagipin natin ang kalusugan ng bawat Pilipino. With this, thank you so much for not only voting for Sagip, thank you so much not only for voting for Sagip, but for campaigning for this advocacy of making the Filipinos healthy. Maraming salamat po. I'm willing to answer some questions later.
Thank you so much, Doc Caminforte. Doc Junji, I call him Doc Junji. I met him years ago, and also one of the very reasons why I said yes to be part of this, because I trust him, and I've seen him helping other people, and I have yet to schedule doon sa clinic yun, sa Capitol, me and my husband. So, thank you so much. Unsa yung Bisaya sa Sagip? Dili, Sagop. Sagop is pataka ang jud mo. Pataka ang jud mo, Sagop. Dili mo, lumas, salbar, no? Takang, isa kayo Sagop, eh? Sagop is mag-adopt. Oh, sabi kayo Sagip, Sagupsan. Okay, so it's kup-kup is Tagalog. Salvar, sa ito yung ganyan, sir? Luwas. So, nindot kayo, luwas. So, dapat makaluwas. At sa may saktong nga terma na, masalvar ta sa mga dautang espiritu. makalingkawas, masalbarta. Kaya grabe kita ang health, and I'm so happy na usa na siya sa kanang dimension ni Doc. Actually, the major thing institutionalized man po through Sagip. So, hopefully, we look forward na inyong unungan, inyong kanang dili ninyo biyaan yun. Number 61 karong eleksyon. I sound like a politician now. Anyway, moving forward, ang inyong mga pangutana, isilib lang na ninyo para unya, kaya ako silang tawagon din sa atubangan. Sa pagkakaroon, ako i-introduce ang pinaka-importante na ito, person, Sagip party list. She flew from Manila with the bad weather, and she really made it with her family and her team. To introduce this lady completely would take about half the day to just scratch the surface of her achievements. Dili enough. Murag naghandod kita dapat kailangan nag-uras. So to save time, let me just begin with her graduating from the LaSalle University in Bachelor of Science in Management in 1998. This lady from then began to chair and lead several hugely successful companies like Oriental Peninsula Resources Group, City Nickel Mines and Development Corporation, and Oriental Energy and Power Generation Corporation. And this is only to name a few. Daghan pa kaayo. She also has interest in healthcare and real estate, which with her innate generosity led her to become a leader in the Sagip party list. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my genuine pleasure to introduce first nominee, Congresswoman Carolyn Lim Tanchay.
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. I am Caroline Tanchay. I wanted to tell you na this is my first time talking to the public and making a speech in front of people. So pardon me kung hindi ako magaling magsalita kasi ngayon pa lang ako magsasalita. But I wanted to share with you that more than politics, the reason why pumasok kami sa legislation is I have a lot of experience in my life that has been difficult for everyone na nabigyan ho ako ho ay isang ordinary business person. Madali sa akin yung ginagawa kong trabaho sa negosyo. Pero katulad ng lahat, meron rin ho akong mga mabibigat na pagsubok sa buhay. Unang-una ho, yung anak ko nagkaroon ng mental abnormality nung siya po'y 7 years old. Pero hindi ho kami ng asawa ko tumigil sa paghahanap ng cure na any mental disability walang cure. Pero from Israel to America, to London, hanggang sa nakarating kami ng Taiwan, binigyan ho kami ng herbal medicine doon at gumaling ho yung mental disorder ng anak ko. And then yung aking tatay po, merong rare genetic disorder po. Abnormal po yung ugat niya sa tiyan at saka sa ilong, so parati na lang po siyang nagbi-bleed. Dinala na namin siya sa Japan, sa Amerika, sa mga, ang sakit niya tawag HHT. Wala silang cure. The best of the best has no cure. And I have been praying. One day, I hope to be able to find a cure. And my mom also was discovered to have a brain cancer na rare. And so because of all of this, in spite of my work, in spite of us being successful in what we do in our business, that is nothing compared to sa pinagdadaanan naman namin sa health. Pero sa lahat ng bagay na yon, nahahanap namin yung cure sa alternative medicine. To the point na sabi ko, siguro ang life purpose ko, naghanap po ako ng life purpose kasi parati ko hong nahahanap sa alternative medicine ang cure at gumagaling. Pero nag-aral po ako ng about 6 years ng alternative medicine from Germany to US. Pero napakahirap ang struggle na pinagdaanan namin dito sa Philippines, lalo na kung pararatingin namin yung alternative medicine cure. And I'm sure Dr. Carmen Forte knows that. Because this is not FDA registered, because hindi siya mainstream medicine, hirap na hirap po kami. To the point na almost bawal na yung ginagawa namin at makukulong pa kami kahit na as natural as garlic, pinagbabawal pag pinapasok namin. So, along the way, sabi ko siguro hindi ito yung gusto ni God para sa akin kasi bakit hirap na hirap ako para lang makatulong hanggang dumating po yung COVID. Alam niyo po, ang nasa puso namin all the time is how we can help because God has blessed us so much. Not about politics. Politics for us is secondary. Our main priority is how do we able to make a difference in people's lives. Alam niyo po, kung ako lang mag-isa, I cannot make a difference. But God has blessed me to have met Dr. Carmen Forte and Pastor. And because of them, I am able to magnify that help. So, we met during COVID time. Kasi po sa pag-aaral ho namin ng alternative medicine, gumawa ho kami ng gamot at immune supplements na we believe with prayers, makatulong kami. Yun lang naman ang gusto namin, makatulong. But because of miracle, hindi rin namin alam kung bakit. Bigay lang talaga sa amin ng Diyos. Yung ginawa naman naming immune supplements, yung mga umiinom, hindi nagkaka-COVID. So, because of that, paano namin maibibigay ito sa mas maraming tao? Napaka-simple lang naman naming business person. Maliit lang yung mundo namin. Mabuti nakamit ho kami ng katulad ni Pastor and Doktor, mas marami po kaming nasakop at natulungan. Isa na rin doon ang Iglesia ni Cristo na yung grupo ni Marcoleta. Kaya po nila ako inimbitahan sa Sagip dahil rin sa tulong na nagawa ko sa kanila. And hindi ko ho talaga tinanggap ang Sagip in the beginning because I'm not a political person. Nagdasal po ako ng maigi kung ito ba ay gusto ng Diyos para sa amin. And marami hong circumstances ang nangyari kaya eventually tinanggap ko. Hindi naman po ako nagsisisi kasi nakita ko ngayon na with this makakatulong po ako na mapaganda ang healthcare sa Philippines. Pero hindi ko ho magagawa yon kung hindi ko rin ho kayo kasama. Kailangan ko ho kayo para tulungan ako na makatulong sa ibang tao. Pakikinggan ko kayo, ako lang ang magiging bridge ninyo para i-institutionalize yung mga pangangailangan ninyo. Wala ho akong magagawa kung hindi ko ho kayo kasama. Lalong-lalo na ho sa darating na mga panahon kung papalarin mo tayong magkaroon ng seat, kailangan ko kayong lahat para mas marami ho akong matulungan. Kasi kung ako lang ho, hindi ko ho kakayanin. Marami hong salamat. I hope you will all be there for us and we will go this road together hanggang sa mas marami tayong matulungan na sa iba't ibang lugar ng Pilipinas from our heart. Salamat po.
Thank you, Ms. Caroline Panchay. And that was not this time I didn't ask the questions, but before that, I would like to remind everyone to please go to don't forget to visit our Facebook page, Sagip. And we just have our website up today, Sir Albert? Okay, so that's www. There, www.sagippartylist.org. Mag-ura din na akong website. Kunya, i-visit akong Facebook page, i-follow, and please tag us if you're going to post from this press conference. Use the hashtags Sagip Party List, kinabukasan ay Sagipin, and 61 sa Balota. Okay, so at this time, we would like to ask our friends from the media and blogging, and even the leaders, if you have questions, we have a microphone here. If you want me to go to you, I would be glad to do that. You can ask Ma'am Caroline, Doc Junjay, Doc Forte, and Pastor Romy. I would like to request you to move at the center, please. This is your time. Kay panagsara ni sila na ading, lisod kay ni sila gapon. Larga pa ni sila balik tonight. So, feel free to ask questions. Nasa man na?
Good afternoon. My question goes to Caroline. I'm coming from SNI. Just want to ask your comment sa statement ni Pangulong Duterte patungkol sa mga party list na binibili ng mga mayayaman at negosyante for other agenda. Your comment, ma'am.
Sagip Party List has been in, ako po ay umahilili lang po kay Congressman Marcoleta. Hindi ko po alam yung mga party list na binibili ng mga mayayaman. Ako po ang umahalili kay Congressman Marcoleta. Wala po akong background masyado sa politics. Hindi ko akong idea dun sa mga binibili ng mga mayayaman. It so happened na nakatulong ako ng malaki during COVID sa grupo ng nila Congressman Marcoleta sa pagtulong sa mga mahihirap. I think we have donated millions of capsules of COVID vitamins and medicines for the group of Sagip. And that's the reason why nung inimbitahan ni Presidente Duterte si Marcoleta na tumakbo sa Senado under PDP laban, naghanap si Congressman Marcoleta ng somebody na mapagkakatiwalaan niya na isulong yung mga legislation at yung mga plataforma ng Sagip Party List. Ako po ang napili niya. Yun ang naging istorya po, kaya napunta po ako sa Sagip. In the beginning, ang sabi ko po kay Congressman Marcoleta, teka, hindi po ako politician. Sabi niya sa akin, pero buo yung loob mo at taos yung puso mo sa pagtulong, kaya ikaw yung pinili ko.
Thank you for the answer. Just want to push this another question. Open po ba kayo sa suggestion pa rin ni PRRD na baguhin ang konstitusyon sa bansa, particular na po sa party list system natin dahil it was just copied from the US?
Hindi ko masasagot yan kasi hindi ko masyadong alam ang politics. Pasensya na kayo, talagang napunta ako dito just to be able to help. Gusto ko lang talagang mahanap yung aking life purpose. Kasi blessed talaga ako ni God. Gusto ko naman mong magawa at magampanan yung purpose ni God sa akin. As far as politics, medyo hindi ako nakafocus yung utak ko sa politics. Pasensya na. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Sir, we have questions? There. Okay.
Dr. Emmanuel Lomantilla, Doctor of Humanities, Doctor of USA, and Doctor of Public Management. The greatest of One Wings Radio and UILA Radio. The greatest mission of Sagip Partalis is to alleviate poverty. Now, what are the approaches, the style, the strategy, the methods that you are going to use in order to reach them out? Thank you.
Gagawa ko kami ng legislation at susuportahan namin ho yung legislation para ho mas mapalapit po yung batas para ho mas mapabilis ang welfare ng mga tao. Alam ko kung maraming batas para sa poor. But the problem is institutionalizing it and making it easier access to the poor is still lacking. Madami hong mahihirap na nahihirap, wala silang hong access. For me, I will try to make a bill for the easier access of the poor to all their needs. Kasi yung access po ang pinakamahirap. There's a law, but implementing it is a big issue. So I think I will focus on the implementation and the access so that it will be easier for the poor to benefit from all of their needs.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, being Sagip Partalis, Pastor to Dr. Tanshay. I will shoot my question to Dr. Cameron Porti. Good afternoon. I am June Nicholas from Rock Radio. I'm the manager of the Rock Radio TV Pilipinas. My question is this. What could you do if ever mananalo kayo po sa coming election, yung Sagip? Kasi po, doktor kayo, marami tayong mga gamot na naka-impact doon sa mga bodega ng Department of Health na napapasok. Meaning to say, na-expired. Hindi na ibigay doon sa mga barangay, sa mga remote area. So, sayang ang kwarta ng gobyerno. How can you do this if you have a chance to win?
When it comes to drugs, ako ay hindi gaano inclined to the use of drugs. So it's a lookout of the Department of Health how they could really release all these medications before they expire. Pero sa tingin ko, ang may tutulong namin sa Sagip is to institutionalize more on preventive medicine than the curative medicine. Sabi ko nga kanina, one of the number one cause of death in sa Pilipinas is heart attack and stroke. Na napakasimple lang ang solusyon dyan. Hindi kailangan mag-suffer ang maraming Pilipino sa heart attack and stroke. Kung mayroon man, napakasimple yung solusyon. The change of lifestyle, karoon ng socialization, yung tatanim sa mga barangay, isama sa 4Ps yung tatanim na kung anong gulay, urban gardening or rural gardening sa mga bahay. At the same time, subsidizing vitamin C sa mga barangay health workers, make the vitamin C accessible to every Filipino. Mura lang po yung vitamin C. Pag-institutionalize natin yung distribution ng vitamin C to every barangay health center, we could lower the heart attack and stroke from number 1, I guarantee it would be number 10 or even less than that. Dahil napakasimple lang po ang solusyon sa cardiovascular disease. High dose of vitamin C alone and a more plant-based diet na very achievable. We have to have more pharmacies rather than pharmacy so that we could manage our treatments, early intervention in our homes. We convert our tertiary hospitals into hospitals na hindi na kailangan pumunta doon. It's a matter of revisiting the tama no. I-advise ko kay Ma'am Carol to revisit also the role of the TAP when it comes to alternative treatment. Naunahin natin yung mga bagay na nasa Pilipinas rather than being dependent on the drugs. Yung more anticipative po ang function ng mga nakatenggang medisina doon sa US. Dahil binibilan nila, mas hindi kailangan for one reason or another, and you know the reason why. Kaya nakatenga doon, dahil mas hindi kailangan, pinibili nila for one reason or another. It's more of an executive function to really distribute that. Para bakuna. Maraming bakuna. Almost 21 million of our vaccines would be expiring in July of this year. So bakit ganun karami? Bakit pabayaan yun? Sa idudunitan natin sa ibang bansa daw. O pipilitin yung mga bata na tusukan. Yung ibang may mga poster na pilitin na i-post again for the second time. So sa tingin ko, sa pakonti na konti yung kaso ng COVID sa ating Pilipinas, hindi na kailangan yung second dose ng poster. Pero pinipilit tayo para na maubos yung mga vaccine na yun. Just like the one that you are saying, hindi kailangan ng mga health workers, ang health centers or mga municipal health office, bili ng bili. Kaya natiting ka nag-expire doon sa DOH. It's more of an executive function rather than an legislative one. Did I answer your questions?
Magandang araw sa inyo, Sagip for the list. Dahil good class, dear RB po, DYCM 95.1 FM, Davao del Sur, 100.5 FM, Cebu, 91.7 FM, Cebu, and Peace Web Radio with 93.1 FM. Ang tanong ko po, dami ng mga party list, iba't-ibang mga pangako. Sagip, number 61 party list. Ano ang mayroon kayo na wala sa iba?
If I may answer, I am Pastor Romeo de la Merced. I serve as a partner, spiritual advisor to the first nominee, Ms. Caroline Kanchay. In 2 years, I have known their family, a very simple family, and a very serious heart to help. Alam niyo po, kung merong headline lang ako na i-wish sa newspaper or sa mga social media natin, this is the only party list first nominee that can commit that 100% of the budget will be spent to the people. And I can say that because I know them. Uulitin ko po. This is the only party list. Kanina nagtanong si Doc, what is our style? There's only one proper way, and that is to spend 100% of the total legislative budget of the first nominee para sa lahat ng tao. This is the commitment. You can audit afterwards po. Because this is her heart. Ang lahat may gagamitin in terms of health, also education. Sa ngayon po, there are 4.4 million na mga kabataan hindi nakapag-enroll because of poverty in shifting sa modular. Hahanapin po natin siguro itong mga ito para tulungan po sila. Not only help ang flagship legislation and program ng Sagip, but also in terms of education and many forms of poverty intervention. On my part, as we were discussing, as I know the family, this is the commitment again. The only party is committing 100% of the budget that we provided to them for the total health and disbursement of health of the people. None will go for personal interest, none will go to the family, but 100% of the budget is committed to help the people. That is the style, that is the way that it should be done in our public governance. Sagip can set for the first time an example of a pure, wholehearted public governance in our country in the long period of our political history. Maraming po salamat.
Ikalang Eling Espina po from Patos Publico program over PNDYPCL tsaka Balti Barangay program over DYRF. We're so we're so humbled by your statement being frank that you're not a politician, you're just first time indulged in this kind of party system, and I understand, and you're so frank about it na ano yung question talagang hindi mo alam, you frankly say no, I cannot answer that. It's a good sign of a sincere individual. But anyway, my question, considering that you're advocating the Tama Law, implementation of the Tama Law, Dr. Carmen Forte, I understand that Dr. Carmen Forte is the second nominee. Or, not part. Anyway.
And that's all. Volunteer, because I believe on her
Alright.
heart and advice.
Alright, thank you, sir. So, talaga yung Tama Law, during this pandemic, talagang isa yan sa hindi talaga napansin with its implementation. In fact, kami dito sa Cebu, yung governor namin, talagang she is advocating the tuo. Have you heard that tuo or the steam? Something like that. So, a lot of doctors are, parang pinatawanan lang yung gobernador. Pero mayroong maraming mga testimony na talagang na-alivio sila o naayo sila sa ilang debate na ilanat doon na sila ng bukid. So we need that kind of a legislation. And then, malakot na siya. Ang implementation na lang. Yes. But my second question, anong magawa niyo na talagang makakuha niyo yung tama na yan? At saka yung second question ko is, considering that our PhilHealth system is being in question, in fact, I heard in the news na ang yung lifetime or lifeline ng ating pondo ng PhilHealth is parang how many years na lang sa talaga namin. Malapit na maubos yung pondo. How can you help legislate laws na ma-reform tong PhilHealth at saka ma-extend pa yung kanyang pondo at saka marami pa ang makikinabang sa programa ng PhilHealth. Thank you.
As far as I am concerned, ako po kung meron mo akong gustong gawin, hindi mo talaga ako tumitigil. Prior to this, isa sa naging habit ko mahilig ko ako sa mga cases and ang dami namin na ipapalalang kaso. Para sa akin, being in the mining industry, when I am attacked all the time, this is not very difficult for us. And considering Sagip also, malapit po kami sa magiging future president natin. Hindi ko sinasabing, kumbaga sinusuportahan namin si BBM. Napaka-importante kasi na kasama namin ang Presidente at ang Speaker of the House para magawa namin yung pwede namin pagbabagong gawin sa departamento. I believe that the Department of Health is an executive body. And as a legislator, we can only do so much. We can create law, it can be signed by the President, but the problem is, it's the implementation of the executive branch. I will try my best with the help of the next President to be able to deliver the best health care that we can give to the people. I cannot promise that right now, but what I can only promise is I will try my best, just like how I manage my own business. I can say that we are very successful in all the business undertaking that we have put ourselves into, from mining to energy to real estate. We will do the same in this venture. Salamat po.
Holistically looking at the budget of the PIA, nag-alulus na yan. Kung pinag-isip ko, ginagawang demonya para pamayahan ng lalaki. Once we have a holistic approach to this problem, sabi ko nga, if we could institutionalize more prevention rather than treatment, we would like to see less people going to the hospital, more hospitals, and more pharmacies, para malitin natin yung lifeline ng oxygen. Kung less ang tao, gagamit ang tulungan. Tutulungan yung dalawang gamit. Plus, of course, sabi ng paro, pinag-try to secure na walang kalungan doon sa pilan to the people save the funds na pilan. Sa kanya na yun. Sa amin, yung advocacy ng Sagip to go more primary health care will probably lessen the people going to the hospital, mas less ang mga gamit gastos. Dahil yung bigyan na tayo ng maraming vitamin C sa bawat Pilipino, mas yung manpower loss na kung daming sipon na mawawala yun dahil if you have minus vitamin C, hindi ka basta-basta pinatamaan na influenza or whatever sickness. If you look at it from that perspective, a healthy population will be the key to the progress of the society.
Naniniwala ba yung Sagip Party List sa buo or sleeping relation as treatment?
Sabi ko ma'am, parang as been fan of alternative medicine. Yes, ako personally, I believe in stigma. So, of course, it's not a standalone treatment for COVID or influenza. Very high dose of vitamin C, zinc, and D3, virgin coconut oil is very, very important for viral infections. And a lot of gamit ng treatment that is advocated by the Kabalan. Pwede natin gamitin para hindi maraming pumunta sa hospital. Pag yung Kristiyan ito ay patulungan ko sa rin, kami yung may pagkakita, pati yung pag-save ng pera ng gobyerno. Maraming bagay ito, mabawasan yung sa hospital.
What is your thoughts of proposal na uspunaan i-makina yung fully vaccinated? Dapat may booster na to be considered as fully vaccinated. Anong thought mo niya?
Ang ano ko doon, ang take ko doon, once you have already the vaccination, once you have the first booster, especially those who have been infected already, before or after the vaccination, you didn't take the second dose. May wala kang pag-aaral at sabi na nagawa na nagiging more protection in our second booster. Wala din pag-aaral kung nakakasira pa sa atin pagkakita ng pag-4 dose or not. So para sa atin na bumawa ka tayo sa atin, hindi na muna i-push yung second dose. Pinipilitan mo yan, eh maraming mag-expire. It's no longer about health, but it's really more about
trying to save the face of the Department of Health.
Good afternoon, Ruena from DYRF. There are 173 parties po na pagpapili ngayong election. Ano po mga challenges na hinaharap natin ngayon? And why you choose Cebu na dito kayo mag-lunch? Talaga sa iyong mga first pumili po sa Sagip parties.
Ma'am, if I may answer, because I also serve as the campaign director for Visayas and Mindanao. Una, not only Cebu, we are going to hold conferences in other parts of the country also. And just like many parties din na nagka-campaign ngayon, of course, nasa natin yung competition. Pero hindi naman tayo, sa atin, sa campaign natin, we are not elbowing other just to maging outstanding. Actually, sinasabi pa nga namin, yung other na committed na sa ibang party list, you honor your commitment. But those who have not yet committed, you can help Sagip because our sincerity to help the people is true. Kaya, para sa amin, by the grace of God, promotion does not come from the east or from the west, it comes from God. And we will be thankful to God if God will allow Ma'am Caroline Tanchay to sit as Congresswoman for Sagip this coming May 2015 election. Salamat po.
Doc, are you satisfied sa COVID response po ng gobyerno?
Very, very tricky question. Yes, considering that we are one of the lowest in Asia, I believe the government response was right, but this should have been more like, say, hindi pa sana marami ang mga buhay na nawala. In fact, I have some friends, local friends, that they have all the reason to survive the COVID, but they died simply because they don't believe in some other treatments. Sana ay binusyo ng gobyerno yung sariling atin na virgin coconut oil. Wala naman yung side effect because most of us have been taking virgin coconut oil for a long period of time. Sana pinayagan na yung ibang alternative medicine treatment. We only to save as many Filipinos as possible. Mas being predicted na naniniwala kami na maraming buhay ang save namin. Dapat the government should have allowed it earlier. We could have saved a lot of Filipino lives. It has been allowed to go. So, maganda ang response ng government natin. We are one of the lowest now in Southeast Asia and Asia sa COVID cases. But we could have saved some more lives if some alternative could have some treatment, just like the soap, the virgin coconut oil, the legume oregano for cough, plus the high dose of vitamin C, zinc, and D3, and ivermectin. Sabi nila, ivermectin daw para sa halog lang. Yung dahil sinasabi nila, sabi nila, ipukulong na kami ng mga doktor at tanggalan na kami ng lisensya. Initially, hindi pa rin ngayon kung sino ang doktor na mga bibigyan ng ivermectin. Sa pag-aaral ko, malaking bagay ang ivermectin comes from any viral infection. In fact, my wife is a pediatrician. I am now advocating the use of ivermectin for dengue fever. Ivermectin for HIV. Malaking tulong yun. Sabi ko nga sa anak ko na dapat mag-research siya on the use of ivermectin for treatment of schistosomiasis na marami kong sa akin. Sabi nila para sa hayop daw ng ivermectin. But I would like to let all of you know na ivermectin was not made for animals. Initially, para sa tao. Nakikita nila, it's also effective for animals, kaya ibigay din sa hayop ng ivermectin. Just like amoxicillin, di ba? Amoxicillin, erythromycin, chloramphenicol, all these antibiotics were made for human consumption. Pero dahil effective din sa manok, hindi manok, binibigyan din natin ang amoxicillin, di ba? Binibigyan din natin ang erythromycin at all other antibiotics that were created or use of human use. yung sakit na values. Ganun lang nila siniraan yung activity dahil the big pharma would like to make a lot of money from remdesivir and all other antivirals that are not really effective. Doesn't really help. In fact, many studies will show that if the remdesivir was even the cause of many of the deaths of our populations. The response of government was good, but sana may nagdagdag pa. Marami sana Pilipino ang hindi mamatay ko. Dinagdagan pa ng iba.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, Pastor. Ma'am, Caroline, para po sa inyo. Ano pong mensahe gusto natin iparating po sa mga Cebuano, lalo na sa mga bumuboto ngayong election at saka why piliin nila yung Sagip?
Katulad po ng nasabi po ni Pastor, I believe na by voting sa game, maaasahan nila na 100% ng aming budget ay mapupunta po para sa tulong sa kanila. At kaya po namin at ipinapromise po namin na ipaglalaban namin sa Kongreso at sa administrasyon kung sino man ang maging presidente ang kabutihan at ma-improve ang welfare ng majority of the Filipino people in terms especially on health. Kasi ako po talaga is a proponent of very good health care for the country, which I think we lack the most. We have seen that during the pandemic. Kaya in the end, nag-face shield na lang tayo kasi wala man lang education ang tao on how vitamins and very good vitamins, simple, very good vitamins, can treat them. Isa sa naging struggle namin, nung gumagawa mo kami ng 500 mg na vitamins, hindi mo kami pinapayagan ng FDA makakuha ng permit. Kasi para sa kanila, yung 500 mg ay gamot na, but not supplements. But sa ibang bansa, ito pong 500 mg ay supplements to na nakita namin on how we are able to help a lot of people na binigyan namin ng tamang supplements, hindi talaga sila nagpo-COVID. At kung meron nung na-COVID sa kanila, sa o dalawang araw lang kung galing na po sila. And this is all throughout the pandemic. We will try as much as we can to help the Department of Health also and to push the Department of Health in promoting the right vitamins for the people as a prevention. Nakikita po namin na ang ating pamahalaan or ang ating department is more on nagbibigay sila ng gamot not to prevent but to stop the symptoms or not really to cure in a lot of medicines, but para hindi lang maramdaman or para maging numb tayo, like yung mga painkiller, pero wala kami nakikita na promotion in the Department of Health to prevent sickness, which is in Japan and in other modern countries. Preventive medicine is their number one priority in the field of health. In fact, Japan, Taiwan, China is using already AI technology in their diagnosis of sickness and health to prevent the sickness from worsening or even to prevent people from getting sick. But not just to give anti-cholesterol, anti-hypertension, which did not cure the disease at all. I believe in creating a way and a law so that we will now focus more on prevention and in curing the disease more naturally rather than in just masking the disease itself. That's what I feel, and that's what I wanted to do.
May elections ko kayo, ang ilang terms ito was
Ang Sagip po, nasa Kongreso since 2013. Si Congressman Marcoleta is more of a lawmaker. Contrary to me, I'm more of healthcare. And this is my first time.
yung Sagip Party.
Since 2013. Three times. This is the third.
Once nakabalik kayo.
Opo.
Mayroon hapon sa panel. Ma'am Carly, you mentioned kanina sa speech mo kanina, ma'am, yung mga nasakit na mga miyembro ng families mo, kung saan bahagi ng mundo kayo nakarating. Can you share to us mga experience sa pagpunta mo sa iba't ibang bansa, kung bakit doon sa ibang mga countries, ma'am, develop yung traditional medicine doon, mga herbal. Bakit grabe ba yung support ng government doon sa napuntahan niyo?
Okay. This is my experience. All over the world, pharmaceutical companies feel the strongest because they created a school, they created the hospital, so pharmaceutical companies feel the strongest. But in my travel, just like Dr. Kamen Forte, that's why I love him. Because I learned a lot in Germany. And I was surprised that in Germany, they are believers of traditional Chinese medicine. And I met a lot of German doctors that practices what you call homeopathy, which is what Dr. Kamen Forte practices. Basically, the key there is during Hitler's time, when Hitler wants to go into World War II, he sent the best doctors in Germany to China and studied Chinese traditional medicine to prepare his soldiers for World War II. And then when this doctor went back to Germany, they upgraded the traditional Chinese medicine into modernizing it and called it homeopathy. But the root of homeopathy is still the traditional Chinese medicine. The same way that now all over the world, functional medicine is becoming very, very popular, even in America. When you go to Cedars-Sinai Hospital, Harvard Medical Hospital, or Stanford, they would have traditional Chinese medicine and functional medicine, even in Cleveland Clinic. Functional medicine's root cure is still Chinese traditional medicine. They go back to biology on how the body functions, and they now use this Chinese traditional medicine as a base to cure. This is all over the world, but of course, pharmaceutical industry is still strong. One thing I think which I can share with everyone that I learned along the way, when people have neurological disorder, such as anxiety, ADHD, autism, which is prevalent right now because of so much internet and so much radiation that we are exposed to, there is no cure to any brain issue except through the liver and through the gut. And Dr. Kamen Forte that is his specialty. The most important part of our body is the liver and the gut. And that has been proven. We have helped a lot of people with autism, ADHD, and neurological disorder. We treat them through the liver and the gut, and they all become well. No, so what I can say is in other countries, yes, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy is big because there's a lot of intelligent people, but a lot of them are being put in jail because pharma is still strong. That's the reality.
You mentioned kanina, Caroline, about Food and Drug Administration. Kung sakali mahalal kayo sa Sagip party list, ikaw yung first nominee, ano yung parang nasa isip mo na ngayon ba tawag nito, yung FDA, maiba yung parang set up niya dyan. Kasi maraming reklamo, Ma'am Caroline, regarding, lalo na sa mga traditional medicine, yung mga naka-discover ng mga traditional medicine na personally, may kaibigan ako na naka-invento siya ng parang, naka-discover siya ng parang herbal for dengue, no? Hindi na lang yan i-register sa FDA kasi ang dami daw requirements, no? Parang mas mahirap pa yung magkuha ng license or permit from the Food and Drug Administration. Ano parang mga naisip ko ba na parang legislation na maiba yung set up dyan sa FDA?
Alam mo, sasagot muna.
Please,
Dahil sa hirap ng pinaanan namin, 25 years na po kami nakikipaglaban sa FDA. Following up, na mabigyan po ng authorization yung homeopathic medicine. At saka because of the influence of the big pharma, mukhang sundok sa buwan na maging, na mabigyan kami ng ganong permit to use. Sa naisip ko na magiging legislation that I will probably tell Ma'am Carol to push itong mga herbal medicine, dapat ang mag-control na yung kita sa legislation. Yung Philippine Traditional and Alternative Office, kita, which is part of the Tama creation with the Tama law. When it comes to natural medicine, or when it comes to traditionally used medicines, dapat hindi na ilangsam mo sa FDA. Anyway, PITAC would be responsible for its regulation, for its efficacy, for its safety. So probably giving it to PITAC would be much easier for our local herbs and traditionally used medication to be approved for public consumption. So that would be part of the things that I would like to study and probably recommend to Ma'am Carol. Kung mahirap talaga sundin yung regulation when it comes to drugs. Dahil napaka-gastos po ang you have to have trials, you have to have blind, placebo, or lahat ng mga clinical trials before the drug will be approved. Kung mayroon kang herb for dengue, wala ka namang capability para gumawa ng mga trials na yan. Kaya they spend billions of dollars for clinical trials bago sila makakumahan. Mayroon phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 hanggang sa ulo. So if we strengthen and revisit the Tama law, probably this herbal medicine that have been considered safe for centuries have been taken by Filipinos sa mga lolo pa natin. Baka pwedeng ilangsam natin doon sa kita for its regulation. So that would be one of the things that I would advise Ma'am Carol, just in case. Para ng vitamin C na minamention ni Ma'am Carol, na 500 milligrams of vitamin C, more than that is already considered a drug. Pero para sa akin, I give a minimum of 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. Eh, bakit pinagbabawal yung mataas na dose ng vitamin C ng FDA, which is very much controlled by the big pharma. The big pharma created yung WHO, and they used the Codex Alimentarius as part of the Bureau of the WHO. Sabi nila, in the guise of consumer protection, pagmataas ang vitamin C binigay mo sa pasyente, magkakaroon ka ng stones sa kidney mo, hindi daw maganda, iipulang daw yung vitamin C. Dahil alam ng Big Pharma na kung malaman sa maraming tao na vitamin C alone will prevent heart attack and stroke, mawawalan silang kliyente. That's why we have been going around the country for the past 20 years talking about vitamin C na inumin ng bawat Pilipino. Mawawala yung hypertension mo, mawawala yung heart attack at stroke mo, mawawala yung mga bypass surgeries na yan. Only take tayo sa vitamin C. Pero ano sabi ng Big Pharma? Dapat 60 milligrams lang is the recommended daily allowance. Pag magbigay ka ng more than 500, hindi susunod ko sa drug, hindi ka pwede mag-manufacture. Sabi ng the regulation, pag magbigay ka ng more than 1,000 milligrams sa vitamin C, pwede kang ipakulong ng WHO. Kundi na lang dito, hindi pa i-implementar yan. Dahil kung i-implement yan, ako yung pinakaunang makukulong. Dahil we give as high as 50,000 milligrams IV of vitamin C. Noon, hindi pwede. Although I use a vitamin C, I take 8,000 vitamin C milligrams orally per day. I recommend to everyone to take 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So, yung Big Pharma really is putting a stamp on all the states na may competition sa kanila. So, hindi talaga papayagan. But we will have a legislation to be easier. Probably put that in the PIHAC for regulation. Isa yun sa, I will study and I will try to tell Mang Paro if legislation may possibly done para may transfer yung mga herbs and other traditionally used medicines, hindi ka sa isang PIHAC for regulation.
Ay, nakalimutan ni Doc na we were thinking of suggesting to propose the Vitamin C Act legislation. This is to provide subsidy and even availability of vitamin C in our public health care down to the barangay level. But we expect opposition and will be lacking maybe numbers to support it in Congress and through the Senate. But the filing itself of this legislation will create a national awareness and other through LGU councilmen or councilors to towns, they can have the ordinance provided. So that's the way we can do it. By legislation or through the legislation ng mga local executives, we can push for this agenda.
Dalawang question na po ang I will address the first question to Dr. Carmen Forte. I'm right. Doctor, ang gobyerno natin parang gusto nila, in principle, gusto nila maging mandatory ang vaccination. Although maraming mga adverse effects ang nababalita o mga negative effects ng bakuna. Kasi ang study, hindi pa natatapos. So ano ang sa palagay mo, sa pananaw mo, pwede kayong maging mandatory ang vaccination? Lalo na maging mandatory siguro yan dahil marami nang mag-expire na vaccine by July. Ang ikalawang question ay address ko ito kayo ng mga Carol. Hindi pa tayo na hindi yung Sagip party list ay hindi manalo sa election dahil maganda ang programa niyo. Parang subserving ito sa iyo. Pero ang suggestion ko po, kung sakali mahalal na elected itong Sagip party list, ikaw ang first nominee. Pili siguro mayroon ng panukalang batas pag-bid na magbigay ng amendments, maraming amendments kung kakailanganin upang mabigyan ng mga mas magandang provision ang composition o parang streamlining ng Department of Health. Dahil ang Department of Health parang laganap na ang kalusugan, ang corruption, yung set-up ng Department of Health. Marami yung nababalita, billions pesos na nasasayang sa pondo ng pamahalaan natin. Specifically yung tinatawag na health clinic, iba, the latest yung anomaly. Nakalaap sa naglipas na administrasyon yung siguro yung construction sa maraming health clinics sa buong bansa. Billions of pesos na sayang pero walang clinics na Siguro wala na yun. Wala ka. Parang wala ang pera ng bayan. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Ano yung unang tanong mo?
Ang unang katanong ko, Dr. Carmen Forte, ano ang posisyon mo sa pananaw mo? Pwede kayo or is it beneficial for the Filipinos na maging mandatory ang vaccination? Dahil marami mga Pilipino na mayroong tinatawag na mga comorbidities. At ang kanilang mga doktor, siguro pag-suggest o yung advice na hindi sila dapat magpapakuna. Pero maraming nababalita na maraming mga persons na may comorbidities pero napipilitan sila magpapakuna dahil hindi mapapasok sa mga establishmento at ibang pamahalaan o tatapan ng pamahalaan.
Yung batas doon sa pagpapakuna, nakalalo na hindi mandatory vaccination. Pero actually, ito ginagawa ng gobyerno, parang wala kang magawa kung hindi mo pumapakuna. So, yung iba na tumatayo talaga doon sa batas na yun, nakapasok sila magsiguro na makuna. Pero mga certain ng mga Pilipino yung pag-away, may batas dito na hindi ang mandatory. When it comes to your question, when ano ang masasabi ko sa mandatory vaccination, personally, my mom was a cancer patient. Sabi ng doktor niya, matagal na isang taon, pamamatay na siya pag hindi siya magpakit. The OB-gynecologist ng mother ko, alam niya yung komplikasyon o side effect ng chemotherapy. Sabi niya, hayaan niyo na ako mamatay. Let me die with my hair on. Ayaw talaga niya magpakit. Kaya nagdala ako dito sa alternative medicine. Dahil ang mother ko ayaw magpakit. So, with alternative medicine, umabot pa ng 24 years. From the 1 year na sabi ng doktor, pag hindi ka magpakay mo matagal na yung 1 year, 6 months to a year, my mom reached 24 long years. He died last November, at the age of 87. He died from the complication of a COVID vaccine. So I will be biased when it comes to your question. I will not recommend mandatory vaccination. At lalo na yung second booster. As the first booster will be fine. Pero yung pangalawa, sana hindi na pilitin mga Pilipino sa pangalawang booster dose.
Yung tanong niyo po sa akin, totoo po lahat ng sinabi ninyo, nakikita ko rin po yun. Kung sakaling ma-elect po ako, sisikapin kong magkaroon ng magandang posisyon sa health, sa Congress. In that way, makakatulong po ako na mabago yung mga nangyayari sa loob ng Department of Health. That's the only way na makatulong ako is to be in the health committee in Congress. And ulitin po ang executive committee again will always be dependent kung sino mo ang mananalong presidente. Kasi sila mo ang mag-a-appoint ng Department of Health Secretary at sila mo yung executive and executive. Pero I believe that being a member or having a position in the committee in Congress, we can make a difference on that. And that's what I promise.
May pahabol ako. Kami dito sa mga Bisaya, sa Cebu, naguluhan kami. Kasi po, iba-iba paraan ng mga doktor. Ibang mga doktor nagsabi, yung vaccine prevention, hindi kayo mamatay. Ang iba naman, nagsabi, kung kayo magpabaksin, mamatay kayo. Katulad ni Dr. Mio Quijano. Dr. Michel, sabi niya, alam ba ninyo, 5,000 ang namatay dahil sa vaccine at 500,000 ang nasakit dahil sa vaccine. Sabi ng ibang doktor, huwag ka maniwala yan, doktor sa ulo niya. Sabi namin, ano totoo? Ang vaccine, mapupuhay tayo o mamamatay tayo. Ito ako magtanong ni Cruzona. Sabi niya kanina kasama ko, pagtayo mo kanina. Ako, ang ganda ni Cruzona. Ano niya taon niyo? Ano sa laro? Ilang taon na kayo? Ilan na kayo ng taon? Ang pangatlo kong tanong, hirapan tayo magtanong ng ito, kaya masaya na. Pasensya na kayo, hindi kayo sa tanong namin. Ibig sabihin, hindi naman kakatuloy magsalita pagtanong sa inyo, hindi na kami makasukato. Akin pa naman, sabi ni Lini Lorito, kung ako'y mahalal bilang presidente sa ating bansa, mandatory ko ng vaksin. Ako anti-vaksin ako. Pero hanggang ngayon buhay pa ako. Ang iba naman nagpabaksin, wala sila. Kaya pa kayo kung kayo mahalal? Sagip Martilis, kung kayo mahalal at mahalal sa Bilo bilang presidente sa ating bansa. Sanayin pa kayo sa plano.
Papayag na ba? Sabi niyo, may kumandatory. Mahanap kayo, papayag na ba?
Ano po, kung mahalal si Lenny Lobrero at mahalal din po ako, hindi po ako payag sa mandatory.
Thank you. See, no, my answer. Ay, si Pastor.
Ilang taon na kayo?
Ilang 83 po.
2023.
23. Hindi po nila narinig.
53.
53. Parang bata ka, no? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Dahil sa vitamin C.
Asa mo yung vitamin C na yan?
Oo, magkano na kami dito.
Sabi mo, mayroon kayong vitamin C. Wala bang sampol?
Albert, meron ba? Si Pastor Ho, alam nyo, if I may share, makakagulat kayo Ang marami talaga namin tinulungan. I think by this time, ang na-donate namin vitamins, siguro over 30 million capsules na. Yes. All over the Philippines. Yung mga, ang dami namin natulungan. Si Dr. Garrett Forte and Pastor, hindi nga po vaccinated Yes. But because they're taking the vitamins, hindi sila nahawa sa COVID Yeah, almost all our people are the same, no? Medyo may miracle si God talaga.
I remember na vitamin C samplers. Alam ko kung nabibigyan sila.
Okay lang, I have their numbers. We will coordinate if we have the samples, we'll contact na lang. We have a list of their names and numbers. I'll coordinate with Pastor.
We will send in uniform. Bottles na lang.
Sige po. Okay, I will contact you, sir. Okay, do we have line questions? Okay. Si Pastor yata. Pastor, you have a question? Kanina ba si Pastor last.
Magandang hapon po. By the way, in regards to my working team, napakahalaga talaga. Kasi during COVID symptoms, yung pamilya ko, nag-struggle kami kasi nahawa kami sa COVID. After that, nabigyan kami ng ivermectin for free. Pagkatapos na tayo namin, nakita namin himala. Maganda talaga ang result sa ivermectin. May ako ng isang lalaki, sabi niya pa, halika sa amin kasi malapit na ako. Sabi ko sa kanya, anong malapit siya? Takot ako sa cremation. Takot daw siya mag-cremate. Punta tayo dyan. Binigyan ko ng ivermectin. Pagkatapos, ayun, na-heal siya. Na-save siya. Pati kami pamilya na-save sa ivermectin. And then also my neighbors of the church, ang dami talagang nabigyan. Himala talaga ang ivermectin. Marami siguro dito ang nakatikim ng ivermectin. Meron ba himala? Sino yung nag-ano? Yeah, oo. At saka, maganda ito talaga. Bakit ito hindi na po sa MBA na talagang nakatulong ito, lalo na ang si Ma'am Tanchay, Congressman, siya mismo. Galing ba ito sa kanya? Oo, pagpakarat ko si Ma'am Tanchay. I believe thousands of lives has been saved by this ivermectin. Why not in a Congress nga i-implement natin sa Congress, i-approve na lalo na ang BBM maging next president, baka lang sakali lang ituloy natin ito kasi sayang naman. At saka yung ivermectin, binigay lang for me, walang bayad, maski piso. Lalo na yung ivermectin pag-take namin, dalawang ivermectin po one day at dalawang vitamin C with zinc. Nato, pagkatapos niyan, after 2 days, bumalik ng ano na may nakagawa. Talaga ang question ko, paano natin ito may sulong sa Congress na talaga ma-approve ito sa FDA?
Ano ko muna, sagutin ko muna yung tanong mo. Bago ngayon sabihin sa mga parang. Actually, yung ivermectin is approved by the FDA. But we are preventing it to be used as a repurposed drug. Like wala nang pag-aaral na pwedeng gamitin yung ivermectin sa COVID. Yun na ang gusto nila. But if you ask also, yung remdesivir is also a repurposed drug. Wala din pag-aaral yan na pwedeng gamitin sa COVID. Then bigyan tayo ng COVID. Pero dahil sa big pharmaceutical companies in the world, ginamit yung remdesivir sa buong Amerika. Kumatsin yung Amerika, pati Pilipino doctors, gano'n din ang ginamit. Pero titignan yung pag-aaral, yung remdesivir na yan, pinon out yan sa study, the treatment for Ebola, dahil napakaraming mga tao na disgrasya doon sa clinical trials. Hindi tinuloy yung 1-year trial, 6 months pa lang, tinanggal na yung remdesivir dahil maraming side effects. Kaya, kung sa FDA approve ang ivermectin as an anti-epileptic drug, pero hindi nila ina-approve na gamitin as a repurposed drug for COVID. So, hindi lang sa COVID, maski ordinary yung kaso, pwede magamit ang ivermectin. Sabi ko nga sa business ko, sa dengue ngayon, it's trying to give ivermectin for dengue cases. It will be saving a lot of Filipino lives. Marami ang matutulungan sa akin. Bihira po ako, I am a very busy doctor. Bihira po ako mag-volunteer sa isang advokasya. Bihira akong sumama sa ganitong mga activity. Pero dahil sa paniniwala ko kay Ma'am Maro, na yung desire talaga niya is not more of politics, more of trying to find purpose in her life. Paano magiging to make a difference. Kung nandiyan naman siya, at saka meron siyang influence, gamitin na natin yung influence niya, at saka yung puso niya, to really impact the health system in this country. Kaya nga ako ay nag-volunteer na sumama ang kumpanya sa Sagip because I know her fact. Saka may magagawa tayo na tutulong sa Sagip to reshape the healthcare system in our country from a more interventional care to a more preventive and early treatment healthcare para hindi namin ang pupunta sa hospital. Let us make our homes our hospitals para hindi gaano malaki ang pondo na magagamit ng gobyerno sa pagtutulungan pa natin ang maraming Pilipino. Sana kasama kayo namin sa ating masiyan. Hindi lang sa pagtutok, kundi kumpanya din natin. Malalapitan nyo kami. Napakalapit na binigay ko yung number sa inyo. Just in case mayroong anomaliyang mangyari doon sa Sagip. I will be the one I will be the first one to tell Ma'am Carol, hindi na ako sasama. Hindi na ako sasama sa inyo. Dahil being a Christian, they also, the family, they would like to advocate for good governance. Na sabi na Ma'am Carol kanina, she will see to it na kung ano ang nakalaang pondo sa Kongreso, sa kanyang opisina, ay 100%. Si Pastor Rabi nagsabi, probably di maktok, probably ngayon ko lang narinig yan, that 100% will be used properly kung ano man ang dapat kapaglaan. That is the thing that we will tell you. Volunteer kami dito because we believe in advocacy. And we believe in her heart na alam ko hindi magnanakaw si Mang Parot dahil mas mayaman pa sa gobyerno si Mang Parot. Hindi na kailangan magnakaw pa. Sisirain ka yung pangalan niya, magnakaw ng ilang milyon. Kung isang milyonaryo yung natin, pulis-punan. She just wanted to find a purpose in her life. Kaya gusto namin siya kasama. Sana magsama-sama tayo, sagitin natin ang kinabukasan ng ating life.
Thank you, Ma'am Carol and China. Thank you all. Thank you, Pastor Roy, for saving our lives. Salamat po.
Kami na kung ipulitan ako mag-MC. Thank you, Pastor. One last question.
This will be different. I will be asking about education. Because I am an education advocate. I am studying in an urban community. I'm a squatter. And I believe that education is a powerful tool against poverty. That's why me and my wife, we personally sponsor some children. And some already graduated in university. We're not rich and money, but we have this heart and we have done. And we'd like to ask, do you have any blueprint on how we can access and partner with Sagip to sponsoring? We know that we have a city scholarship program, but we also know that city scholarship program, you can politicalize. You must have friends. And this really hurts. And we don't have the funds to send them to university. So it will be a big help for us as in the front line to help those people who are underprivileged to really capture and have their dreams. So any blueprint on how we can avail the education scholarship program?
Thank you po. Today, even if wala po ako sa Sagip, we have thousands of scholars that we have already sponsored. Continuous namin ginagawa nun. Lalo-lalo na pag nakaupo ako, we will have dedicated funds for education and scholarship. How would it be more simple for you is to pass through doctor and pastor because I really need their help. What I did is maybe not the same as the others. As far as Cebu, Davao, Samar is concerned, pastor and doctor will be here for you. In any way na may kailangan kayo, mas mapapadali kung puntahan nyo lang si Pastor at si Pastor kung makakapag-deliver sa inyo. Kasi marami kaming programang gagawin even after this to be able to help more by doing other businesses also from our own funds to be able for Pastor to be able to help more, educate more people and create better manufacturing process in Davao. In fact, mag-i-start na kami ni Pastor after election. Gagawa po siya ng consumer product manufacturing with our help and with the help of everyone in their group. Bakit ko nasabi yun? What I'm trying to say is, aside from the funds of Sagip, we will try to create more funds out of our own to be able to help more people. So, para mabilis ang access sa inyo, kay Pastor lang o kay Dr. kay Dumaan. Maasahan nyo, makakatulong mo kami agad.
Minimize education, isa sa re-recommend ko kay Ma'am Harold din po siya. Hindi naman malaki ang yung STEM program natin. Meron na tayong curriculum for the STEM program. Yung mga bata, 3 years old, 5 years old. Natuto sila magbasa at the age of 3. After 6 months, being in the STEM program. So, we will try to see how we could bring this STEM program doon sa mga barangay na ginagawa natin sa mga churches. In fact, we will be opening 3 STEM schools in Anguao. Rita's there, Albert was there, Manny Moses was there to teach how we could teach teachers. Volunteers ko ito, walang maraming, aside from class cards, walang maraming gastos. Importante lang, katulad ko, may puso para i-teach sa mga bata. We will try to see how we can nationalize this program. Hindi gaano maraming gastos. All we need are volunteers or people from the heart of these children. Isa yun sa mga isasuggest sa mga parents that our children umigat sa loob. We really na campaign trail sa Sagip o sa Sama, hindi kami na sa church. Meron kami mga palaro na sino makapabasa ng Bible verse sa mga maliliit na bata. Imagine, grade 5, hindi pa marunong magbasa. Kaya mas ibigyan mo ng 100 para magbasa ng isang verse, hindi tinatanggap yung Bible para magbasa. Dahil unfortunately, hindi pa marunong magbasa. So pagkatapos doon, sabi namin, mayroon isa doon na mahilig sa mga bata. Sabi ko, we'll send it to Bukol, we will pay for your training para mag-train yung mga bata na ito. Para matutunan nila magbasa. So, when it comes to some programs of education, meron kami kagawin. Katulad na hindi marami ang class cards na ito. Baka probably tumutunan sa kongreso, pero hindi for some educational endeavors.
So, we are moving to teaching. So, we don't really give the right to we just have to be treated. But, what kind of coaching is all about the college education?
Yes, sinabi na. Tinubag na limang klaro yung college education. Maraming mga party list, maraming party list, ang Waray, ang Timo, we have some scholarship grants to students. Definitely, Sagip will have a fund also allocated for some scholarships. Sabi nga ng Carol, even before Sagip, they have sent thousands of students to school.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate because actually, we're not asking about 100% full scholarship because they know our capacity and we're so thankful that they're with us. Without someone that I can trust, I will not be here. Because I've been invited with a lot of artists. They give us a lot of promise. But empty promises. In fact, this election I was invited and when I heard about Sagip party list and I asked, who's there? And I know someone who I can trust and I said, okay, can you send me a soft copy and I will make a poster for them. And our own expense. We will campaign for you. And I hope this will not be an empty promises again. We really trust in this one.
Daghang salamat, sir.
Sir,
And
meron
do
ako, sorry meron akong suggestion, no? also. Because as I said, I need all your help also. Maybe, if you can help us also, create a vocational school here in Cebu that we can help fund. No? And we can link also with TESDA, and at the same time, we can, and at the same time, we can fund, as long as, alam nyo, ang katulad ng sinabi ko, marami mo naghahanap ng makakasama na fully help from the heart. And if you can only create also, we will help you also to create like a vocational school. A very good example is, kami po, kumukuha ng empleyado sa isang parang orphanage na ang technical school na Anihan. All of our workers are coming from Anihan. Hindi mo sila makapag-college, pero doon po 2 taon silang tinuturuan ng baking, cooking, and other restaurant jobs, like be a waiter, service provider, and then after that they go abroad, they work for big bakeries or big restaurants, you know. If you can, if you would want to create such a vocational school that we will run, maybe we can help you also in funding that, no? I believe kasi that yes, scholarship has a limit, but creating something small but significant, such as what I just mentioned, will be continuous, even if I'm not a congressman anymore. We will be able to help people and teach them skills. People who doesn't want to go to college, people who cannot afford to go to college, or people who just simply wanted to do something na ang passion nila iba. I think out of our own pocket, we can help that. That I can assure. Sometimes, mas kaya kong managutan yung manggagaling sa pinaghirapan ko rather than sa manggagaling sa government. Mas hindi ko kaya panagutan yun. But I have been looking for something like that, no? To be able to continuously help. But of course, always with the right partners. And that is the most struggle that I have.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, we have this program, skills development training program in our organization. And there are already existing training school. One of it is skills, and we partner with them. I sent some to the father so that they can have a decent job. But along the way, they stop, and I think they starting because they need to work for their family. Because they need to feed their family as well as going to the training. Skills is only about 2 weeks classroom, theory, and they will be trained on site. And so far, I have 5 graduates, and the father of graduates. But actually, only 3 of them really works. And even if only one will work and have a good job, that will be good for me. And for training schools, I heard that there's in Luzon a mobile training school. I just forget and I tried to connect with them, but I did not able to connect with them because lack of connection. I don't know if you know them, and we can have a mobile training school. Maybe we will sit down and we'll talk to.
I will ask Pastor will be able to answer, but all I can say right now is from my personal capacity, I can commit to help. Hindi ko ako makapag-commit sa Sagip kasi hindi ako nakapag-commit sa Sagip. Hindi ko kami nananalo kaya hindi ko masasagot yun. And hindi ko masasagot yung something na hindi ko pa nararating. Pero on my personal capacity, masasagot ko yun. Tutulong mo ako.
By God's help, Pastor Emilio, it is me who is committing on behalf of my Ma'am Caroline. For the last 6 years, we have been partners in all ministries and advocacies here in Cebu. What we can further commit is an easier access to educational assistance na walang bureaucracy, walang palakasan. Ayun lang ang pwede natin isa pang ma-commit. At lahat ng proposal na yun, we can discuss para ma-strengthen natin ang assistance ni Ma'am Caroline in terms of education. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you sa mga nag-ask for questions.
Rejoin there last time. If there is one word that I have heard from Ma'am Caroline before that, probably hindi mo narinig, narinig ko eh. Sabi niya, anahimik. Hindi mo narinig agad eh, sabi niya, anahimik. Sabi, in her personal capacity, sabi niya, gusto tumulong, mas kinalang fund, mas mahirapan sa ang government fund, mas madali daw sa kanya kung personal fund. Ang walang hindi mo narinig na narinig ko, sabi niya, anahimik.
That was thank you kaayo. Grabe no, grabe ang sakit. Naghan kaayo nagpwede mabuhat sa sakit. Kung si Ma'am Caroline alone, or si Cap Coming 40 alone, or si Pastor lang alone, na sila yung mabuhat in their own capacity. Unsa na lang kung ang collaboration sa tulong with the Sagip party list mismo. Can you imagine pila kabuok at tumatabangan? Grabe dun. So, daghang salamat kining stay mo. Bisan o kabaw ko na pamilain ang mga meetings. Thank you kaayo sa pag-ulong ninyo. Kanamo karong hapuna. Ayaw kalimte. Mahangyo yung pininyo. Tabangin niyo. Dili lang tabangin niyo. Buntar mo. Kundi tabangin niyo ang pangumpanya. Para makadaog ang Sagip party list. Tapos sa kalota. Kung naa mo may mga pangutana, kung manamag yun niya itong session karon, pwede lang mo mangutana after or email or contact us. Okay? Daghang salamat niya karon mag-picture sa ta. Ang iyo po, the three of you, and then our beloved radio announcers and media.
Maybe we can ask Albert also.
Yes.
Because without Albert, we will not be able to reach everyone. And these are dear words. Sir Albert po ay nag-volunteer po na tumulong sa amin. Sabi niya, alam mo, tutulong ako sa inyo nang wala akong bayad. Eh siya po ang pinakapagod. Kahit 12 midnight, nagtatrabaho po si Albert para sa atin. Kaya malaking bagay po. Si Albert ay isa po sa instrumento na nandito para sa inyo. Kung kailangan nyo ng tulong, wala si Pastor, wala si Doc, pwede rin kayo tamaan kay Albert. At immediately, si Marie naman, si Marie ang pinakamalaking tulong na nahingan niya ng tulong because she has been with, and in this journey, I think Marie will be a big part in creating and delivering the needs of everyone. Without Marie, medyo mas mahihirapan din tayo sa access. So, si Marie, si Albert, and si Jen, pare-pareho mo kami na kailangan ko pong tulong nila at nandito sila para tumulong, para mapabilis rin mo. And kailangan rin mo namin ng tulong ninyo.
Maybe I call the husband and the son of Ma'am Karen to join us in front. and blogger friends to join them, and then we'll have a group picture after. Sir, join us please. Our official photographer is Kent. Pwede na nato i-play ang atong jingle para kita mukha. Ready na media, ha? Media. Stand by. Closer, closer. Okay, ayaw sa magkakaroon po yan. Can I ask the bloggers, media, please join us here in class. Media friends. I know what, some of them already went home if they are, went now if they are in another meeting. Media, please come in front right now. Join them. Media.
Sorry.
Lagi, mga meeting, mga karaan sila sa industry. Sir, join.
Hindi kaya sabihin. Kulang na.
Okay. Sige. Napaka-memory na side. Okay. Kaya na. Wala ako kanina. After this, by all pastors and campaign leaders, please stand by for the campaign leaders and pastors.
Power